Hey, Bala, Squiggles here, joined by Cricket. Today we're going to be doing a best of three between VTavilo and QuickWeb Round8, I believe that's how you say his name. This first game is going to be played on the beautiful, the lovely, the way overplayed map of Naga Caverns, and this was played for the QuickWeb tournament. Cricket, what's up, man? And can you tell us a little bit about this tournament?
Hey, glad to be here. Thank you, Squiggles. And QuickWeb Tournament is a 8-player tournament that's going on all around the web. There's going to be a link in the description below to a TL thread. Now, if you go there, all these games are casted by random YouTube casters. And basically, it's just a huge cooperative effort for one tournament. And so I hope that you guys go check out these other games, but we are against VTavilo, and I believe it's actually QuickWeb
QuickWeb. I knew I was going to mess that up.
Goes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That's all right. That's right. I mean, I had to hear it first myself. And so this is one of the first best of threes in the round of 8. Of course, a bunch of other games are being casted by other casters, but we are in this best of 3 right here.
Yes, we are. It looks like all this kind of standard good stuff going on. We have a barracks going down, and oh my goodness, I can't even believe it's happening. We have a gateway going down as well. So, looks like a gas for both players. Yep, so we're going to see pretty standard stuff out of both these guys.
Yep. And GoSuHwangSin, of course, very popular Protoss player that's knocked out some big guns in some later tournaments. VTavilo, though, not known as well, but he is on VT. Of course, VT did disassemble and become Rain. VTavilo did not go into that transaction, but still a super strong Terran player. And so on Naga Caverns, there's definitely a lot of options that can happen from both players. But Squiggles, what do you see the most?
What do I see? I see everything, man.
Nice.
With the way the metagame keeps on switching, there's like so much stuff that can happen, just like you said. I mean, it's absolutely correct. And the way that these players are opening, I mean, they're such standard openings that, I mean, you can see the SCV just now getting into QuickWeb. Did I say it right? QuickWeb?
Indeed.
Yes! Getting into his base. And basically what he's going to see is that from here, QuickWeb could do anything. He did see the second gas, which means that maybe not like a 4-gate, but that's not as popular versus Terran anymore. It did have its time, but it is now gone. We see a reactor going down, second refinery going down for a VTavilo, so maybe a factory. I'm guessing. If I was a gambling man, not that I am, I would say maybe a factory. Looks like that Marine going to get some sweet revenge, killing off that first probe. And right when the probe goes down, a factory goes down. So yes, indeed. And I don't know. We could see Banshees. We could even see Hellions. I mean, there is that reactor done. And it's funny because some people say that Hellions aren't that good against Protoss, but guess what, man? Hellions are good against any worker in the game. I don't care if it's a SCV, a probe, or a drone.
A drone, yes. Well, QuickWeb, he has a few cues. He knows reactor went on the barracks and double refinery. So he knows that VTavilo is gonna be going for some kind of marine steady production while a lot of tech is going on around it. So QuickWeb's gonna want to scout again to basically find out, okay, is it gonna be siege tank tech? Is it gonna be Banshee? And even potentially Ravens, because Ravens are amazing against that stalker pressure.
Yes, they are.
Super. But for some reason, a lot of Terran players like the point defense drone. If there's like a lot of zealots in that composition, but point defense drones will wreck a stalker, a clump of them. And so GoSuHwangSin is going to have to prepare for that. Of course, we see that robo going down to prepare for it. Oh, a force field trying to keep that SCV out of his base, but unfortunately, a waste.
Force field just gonna, or force field. That SCV just gonna punch the robo facility in the head a couple of times before the stalker finally brings him down. But yeah, I mean, it looks like he's going for a fast starport and a tech lab. So we could be seeing Banshees, could be seeing that Raven, like you said. Actually, Marine Banshee is actually kind of scary.
Indeed.
Yeah, and with that Raven, of course, if he sees that there is a lot of stalkers going down, then yeah, that Raven can be absolutely detrimental to the Protoss's health, as those point defense drones pretty much make all of those Ravens that are oh so cool. Wait, no, all of those stalkers that are oh so cool just like obsolete and red-cheeked and embarrassed. So yeah.
Yeah, and of course VTavilo able to get that scout out 2-gate robo. We see QuickWeb adding on that gateway. So probably the first initial thing that's going to be going out for QuickWeb is he's getting that immortal. Yeah, the Raven is halfway done for VTavilo. That immortal, of course, he was preparing for some kind of maybe that early Banshee pressure. That Immortal's really good at tanking a lot of that damage.
Yeah.
But and of course just preparing for that 1-1-1 build that just wrecks Protoss players on this map.
Yeah, well, this observer just now getting into Avilo's base, and he is going to see quite a few Marines at the ramp, as well as it looks like siege tanks. And here comes out this Raven, and the observer's going to be like, oh no, he's going to attempt to run, but that was just an ill-fated attempt, as it looks like Avilo will deny scouting again for the time being. But HwangSin did see quite a bit, and he knows pretty much what's coming at him at this point.
Yeah.
I can only assume that he knows that there's going to be Banshees following this up, and a tank as well. So this could be a pretty scary push when Avilo decides to finally push out. And I really like how aggressive HwangSin is at just denying scouting, moving his army around. And look at that. Oh, there goes the Hellion. Run, Hellion, run. He's going to go ahead and get away. Both these players are focusing really, really on one base aggression for the time being. No kind of early expands. Just a lot of units coming out for both players.
Yeah, and we see Avilo finally getting that command center, so he might be looking at putting on some early pressure to go ahead and expand behind that. Now that Avilo's really kind of getting this choice composition, he has a tank, he has a Banshee, he has a Raven, he has a ton of Marines, so he can do a lot of damage with this, or he can just sit back and defend and be comfortable. That's the advantage in this matchup with this kind of opening. HwangSin looks like he's been denying scouting. He has that Stalker. The Stalker and the Hellion are glaring at each other from Zell Nagas as they want to hit each other, but both of them are too fast to catch each other. So I don't know. The Immortal count's getting bigger, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw someone push out soon.
Yeah, I do think that you're absolutely correct there. And this Hellion oh no, I don't know if he's actually going to go away. He is, because he is so fast.
Banshee
Hellions
to the right.
Are so fast. Banshees, where's the Banshee? There he is. He's coming in now, going to be doing his little stutter step. I don't know if it's really a stutter step with the Banshee, but whatever. Going to be trying to get some probe kills. Has actually not even got one. There we go. First one going down. Has injured a few different ones, but is going to just go ahead and fall back there. And actually just keeping that Banshee there is really annoying for HwangSin, because he has to keep a couple Stalkers there and just be like, ugh, there could be... I mean, the Banshee could still be there. The Cloak could also be done. I don't even know. So it's just a lot more stuff for HwangSin to think about. And during all that, Avilo has landed his command center, getting that orbital, setting up bunkers, setting up siege tanks, has a second Banshee out right now. That Raven with a ton of energy. Wow. So he's going to be able to throw down a point defense drone and an auto turret if he wants to. And here comes the push from HwangSin. It's going to come down to a lot of... Oh, geez. I don't even know. Decent force fields going down, but there's a lot of bunkers. There is the... actually, just a lot of auto turrets going down, it looks like. And, wow. These Immortals, though, they're doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, Avilo's really taking this by storm, even pushing into a lot of bunkers.
Wow.
But the Warp Prism might be wanting to upload something, but this Banshee doing work.
Man.
Tank getting taken out by the Immortal. Stalkers are running for their lives, and Avilo holds, surprisingly enough, with almost no Marines to boot. But my goodness.
It was looking pretty grim there for a while, but looks like he is going to hold. There's the GG. So Avilo, all he had to do is hold up that push, and he did. HwangSin put everything behind it. And, I mean, the reason he GG'd there, I'm assuming, is because Avilo already has his expansion down. HwangSin doesn't. And there's just, when you lose that much that early, the counterattack is going to be pretty brutal if it comes. Even though, I mean, Avilo did lose a lot of his stuff too, but being ahead of base, I just think HwangSin didn't think he was going to be able to get back into it. So there's the GG. Game 1 going to be on to Game 2.